What's up, beauties? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Raquel, and if you're not new, thank you so much for tuning in with me today. And today's video is going to be an exciting video. Now, anybody who knows me knows that my favorite part about doing my makeup is my eyeshadow. So when I seen that Jaclyn Hill dropped her neutrals palette, I was like all on board. I was so happy to see that because I don't know about you, but like I've been really into neutrals lately, especially since like the fall is coming. I've just been so into neutrals. Now, when I very first started doing makeup, I was just like so into black and just into like colorful eyeshadows, but like now for some reason I've been so into neutrals. So I'm so excited to be reviewing this palette today, and I hope you guys are too. So this is the palette. As you can see, on the top it has 6 matte shades, and on the bottom it has 6 shimmer shades. Now I am going to include swatches in this as well, so you can see how it looks up against my skin. And honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, when I very first looked at this, I was like, you know, I feel like I have a lot of these shades in a palette, but I also feel like they're in like different palettes, but I don't know, I just really like this palette, and I was like, you know, let me see what it looks like against my skin. Now I will say that I don't know if this is risky business or risk business, this beautiful looks like a bronze shade. I don't think I have this shade. It is just like so beautiful. I don't even think I have exposed. No, I don't have this shade either. Like these just look so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just like so excited. I don't know what type of vibe I'm going to go with this palette. Like, I really don't know. I'm looking at Drippin'. This looks like a beautiful gold. And let me see, birthday suit. Ooh, this looks like a beautiful gold as well. This looks like more of like a goldish, brownish, rustic color, I guess. And this looks more like a gold color. Now, I do have 2 of her highlights as well. I do have 2 of her highlights, and I'm going to include swatches of these as well. These highlights, when I swatched them on my hand, I was like, oh my gosh. Even my mom was like, oh my gosh, these look so beautiful. I have the Mega Watt highlight, and I have her Bomb highlight, and these are her loose highlighters. And like, everybody knows that Jaclyn Hill is the highlighting queen, and I'm so excited to try these out. Now, as far as her packaging goes for the highlighters, I absolutely love them. Like, it's just this cute, it looks like a luxurious like packaging for highlighter, and I just think it's super cute. So we are going to see how this looks against like my skin and everything like that. Normally when I am wearing a shirt that, like, you know, has this much showing, I do like to put a shimmer or something on top. So before we even get into this eyeshadow tutorial, honey, I'm about to put some of this shimmer on me and see how this makes my chest look. Honestly, I feel like today I want to do like a halo type of look. I never do halo eyeshadows, so I think I want to do a halo type of look. But for the shimmer, I'm going to be using the Mega Watt shimmer, and I'm going to use that on my chest so I can see if it gives me like a bronze effect, or should I use the Bomb? Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about using the Bomb as like a topper on top of one of the gold shades that we have in there, because I think that would be cute. So I think I'm going to do like the bronze one, which is the Mega Watt color, and see how this looks. Let me see. Actually, that will look cute. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So I'm about to just get some of the products on here, and it looks like this. It's this like when I say like it looks so beautiful, like this color literally looks so beautiful. So let me just like move my necklace around, and I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to put that all right here, and I'm hoping that I don't get this like all on my necklace and stuff. But this, like, when I say shorty is highlighted and beaming like my chest, oh yeah, this is about to be like one of my favorite like go-to loose highlighters for like my skin. Like, this looks so good, and this was only one dip into the highlighter. So yeah, I like that. It looks really cute. Okay, I just love this packaging. Like, this is so cute. So like I said, I think that I'm going to go the direction of a halo look. I like never do halo looks, which is why I want to do it. I want to try something different. So we're gonna see how that looks. So as you can see, I only did my brows. Now I am going to use this new primer. This is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I just think that this is like the cutest primer ever. Like, look at this packaging. So you twist the knob, like, this is too cute, like a little potion, and then it comes out like this. It's like a small applicator. It looks like a good size, especially for a primer. So I'm just going to prime my eyes with this all over. And I have not used this before, so we're gonna see how this is. I have never used this eye primer before, but this was recommended, and I'm like, let me see what this is about. Okay, so let's get into this tutorial. So let's see, I want to use as many shades as I can, and I've been doing so many like all matte shades, which is why I want to do something different, like a halo effect, because there'll just be something different for me to do on here. So yeah, so I'm going to dip into the shade Good Vibes. I'm trying to not get the mirror like reflecting. So I'm going to dip into the shade Good Vibes right here, and I'm just going to use that as like my starting shade, and then go from there. And I mean, this is like good for, I would definitely use this shade for like one of my ombre looks, because you can't really see it that much on me, but this is just gonna be like the starting shade. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to go into is the shade Booked, and I'm going to dip into this shade, and we are just going to put that on top, and we're just gonna really just like build that shade up. But we're just gonna really just build that shade up so you can really like see that. And so far so good. Like, these shades blend good, and so far so good. And I'm just going to take a blending brush and just blend those two shades. And I like to really just do that just so there's no harsh lines and everything looks blended and seamless. I'm gonna go back into the shade Booked, and I'm just going to really just emphasize that shade again and everything like that. So it just like pops more. And I'm really going to take these shades and take it close to my inner part like this. And I really wanted to do this tutorial so you could see how these eyeshadows looked up against my skin, so you can have an idea of what you're going to be working with this palette. So next we're going to go in with the shade Boo Bear, and we're just going to pop this shade right on top of the shade that we had just applied to start smoking it out a little and darkening it up. Now usually when I go for a like look like this, I love to have like a black shade just to deepen it up, and especially like in the outer V part. But we're gonna really see what this cinnamon roll shade is working with and how deep it can make the outer parts, because I love me a nice smoky eye. Okay, I love me a nice smoky eye. And these honestly blend really good. Now I do have some kickback on the palette. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I do have some kickback on the palette from me like dipping my brush in there and stuff like that, but it's really not that bad. Just blow it off and it's fine. So yeah, but yeah, I really do like what we are working with. And I said that I wanted to go in with like a halo look. So I'm really just going to focus like this shade really like all over my lid, like so. That's just like, okay, so next we are going to go in with like a smaller type of brush like this, and I'm going to go in with the darkest shade, which is Cinnamon Roll, and I'm just going to take that in the outer part and just really like smoke that out, and you guys can see what I'm doing. Me trying to explain what I'm doing sometimes just like does not come out the way it's supposed to come out, so I just hope that you guys can like really get what I'm trying to say, because yeah. So let me see, I don't know what shimmer I want to go in with. Like I really want to go in with Drippin'. Okay, so let me just like do a little swatch. Drippin' and Birthday Suit. Okay, so these are, I don't know if you can like see it. So this is Birthday Suit and this is Drippin'. Like I really hope you guys can see it against my skin. Since I'm wearing gold earrings, I'm just gonna stick with the gold. I'm just gonna go in with the shade Drippin' and make that as like the halo, and then yeah, and then on top I'm gonna go in with the shade Bomb. So let me do my like halo cut crease real quick, and then I'm gonna come right back. Okay, so I have my cut crease for my halo going on. I really hope that this comes out good, because honey, when I say I don't ever do halo looks, like I don't, and I'm just like kind of nervous because I just want this to come out good. Like I don't want to have to refilm this if this is a fail. Okay, so I'm just taking my finger and dipping it into Drippin' and seeing how this looks. Now I am gonna go over the edges with the other shade just so it's not like harsh or anything, to blend it out. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Loose Highlighter in the shade Bomb, and I'm just really going to put that on top of the shade that we had just applied and see how that looks, just to make it pop even more. Like, yes, it actually looks good. You know how like when you're doing an eyeshadow look and you just don't know if you want to like give up and try again, or if you're just gonna like wing it and just see how it like looks? Like, this is the most trust the process look I have done in a while. So now I want to go in with the shade Booked, and I'm just really going to focus it on the outer part. We're just gonna play with these shades. I'm just gonna focus it on the outer part so it's not like a harsh, so it's not harsh or anything. Ooh, and I kind of like the effect it gives. And we will most likely go back in with the highlighter just to like give it some pop again. And that's like the best part about makeup, is that it's literally like just, it's art. Like, you can play with it and see how it looks and see if it's to your liking. And yeah, like, there's no rules to makeup whatsoever. There is no rules to makeup. Like, there is no rules. Like, play with it how you want. And yeah, so just go back in with that shade Booked. Over the edges. So I am gonna go back into the highlighter shade and just put that in the inner corner of my eye, just to have that nice and bright in the inner corner. Okay, so I'm going to do my liner and lashes, and then I'm going to come right back. So for primer, I'm going to be using the Revolution Mattify Matte and Fix Primer. I'm going to be using this to prime my face. And I actually like this primer. So I'm actually really happy because the sunlight is coming out, and I feel like this is gonna look a lot better than when I first started this video, because it was like pretty cloudy and stuff. So I hope the lighting is a little better. And I do have my ring light all the way, so I hope that you can like see the difference. But for foundation, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and I am in the shade 410. And I'm just going to use my Ultimate Blending Brush as well to blend this foundation on my face. Now, I did get a suntan over the weekend. I went to my brother's football game, and let me tell you, that sun was beaming, like beaming. I literally felt like I was baking, like. But I'm not gonna lie, I actually really love it when I get like suntans. Like, I love suntans on me, so that's why this may look a little light, but it's just because I got a suntan over the weekend unexpectedly. So yeah, I absolutely love this blending brush for blending out my foundation. I like this one, and I like the actual foundation brush that e.l.f. has as well. But I really love this one. For concealer, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and I am in the shade 410. And when I say that this is the best full coverage concealer drugstore wise, like I always reach for this concealer. Like I absolutely love it, and a little bit literally goes a long way with this concealer. Like sometimes I feel like I just use a little too much, but like this concealer is literally the best, like the best concealer ever. And I'm going to be using my e.l.f. concealer sponge. Like, do y'all see this coverage? Like every time I put this on, I'm always like, oh my gosh, I just put on too much. And I didn't even feel like I put a lot on, but this is where you only need like literally like a few dots, and it's just so full coverage. Oh my gosh. To set my concealer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder, and let's see if it focuses. I am in the shade 20, light medium. That's the shade that I'm going to be using. Make sure there's no creases. There's like a hair that just keeps bothering me. So I'm just going to put that right under my eyes, and everywhere that I put concealer, I will be applying this. Okay, so now I'm going to take my beauty sponge and I'm just going to pat it in. Just pat it in. So y'all already know I just love this Morphe face palette. I'm going to be taking the contour shade, and I'm in the shade Totally Tan 8T. And I'm just going to contour my face with it. And I'm also taking the e.l.f. angled blush brush to contour my face. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my beauty blender, and I just like to, you know, just blend that in a little bit because I like everything to be nice and seamless. So y'all, I absolutely love this Juvia's Place Duo Bronzer. So y'all are going to see me using this a lot, okay? And I'm just going to be using the two bronzer shades and just using that to bronze my face. I really need to get some new blushes, so if there's any that you recommend, please comment down below, because I really just would love a new blush to use. So I'm going to be using out of the Morphe face palette the two blushes, and I'm just going to use that on my face, well, on my cheeks. So for highlight, I'm going to be going in with the Jaclyn loose highlighter, and this one is in the shade Bomb. I'm going to be going in with this, and I'm going to highlight my face. And literally, like, a little bit goes a long way with this highlighter. Like, I'm honestly, like, dusting off my brush a little bit because it's, like, a lot. And it's pretty pigmented, like, ooh, that nose is beaming. Nose is beaming. And y'all know I like to put some, I get this right there. I kind of want to go in with both, but now I'm just gonna keep it simple. And I'm just going to put that, like, y'all, this highlighter is highlighting. Like, this highlighter is intense. Like, intense. Like literally like a little bit goes a long way. It's like I'm dipping my brush into it, but like, ooh, a little bit goes a long way. Like I am beaming. Like shorty is beaming. Oh my gosh, I just like feel like I'm just like highlighted. And it's like when you don't wear highlight in a long time, like I haven't worn highlight in a long time, and I'm just like, oh, like, and everybody knows that Jaclyn is like the highlighting queen. So these highlighters are just like intense. Okay, so on the lower portion of my eye, I'm gonna go in with the shade Booked, and I am going to really just focus that on the lower portion of my eye, as you can see. And I'm just really like smoking that out and taking that to the wing. Like so. I feel like a bronzed queen right now. Like that is literally how I feel right now. So next I'm going to go in with the shade Boo Bear, and I'm just going to pop that right on top of the shade Booked. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a more defined, like, this is like a defined brush, you see, with a like pointy end. And I'm going to go in with the shade Cinnamon Roll. And I'm really just going to focus that close to my lash line. Like so. And let me see, I do want to add the shimmer on the lower eye. Let me like zoom y'all in a little bit since we're back to the eyes, so you guys can see. Like I am super close. Hi. I'm super close. Okay, so I am going to go in with the shade Drippin', and I'm just going to focus at literally like right under where we put it, like on the lower portion. Like so, and I hope you guys can see it. I feel like I'm just like so like off with the, and I may end up spraying it. No, I'm just gonna keep it like this. Honestly, what we're gonna do, I'm literally gonna do what I did on the top, which is add some of the orange parts, because I feel like that would be like super cute. So I'm going to add some of the orange right there, so it will look nice and seamless and even, like so. So if you don't want to add the highlighter on top, the bomb highlighter that I added on top of the golden eyeshadow, all you have to do is just dip your brush into the eyeshadow and then wet your brush with any type of, you can use a setting spray, anything that you have, just wet your brush and then put it on top and it should pop, like it should look really good. But since I am using this Gloss Bomb highlighter, I am not going to, you know, dip my brush in it and everything like that, because I think that it'll look popping with this highlighter. So I'm going to take the shade Gloss Bomb from the loose highlighter, and I'm going to, let me put the mirror right there so you can see it, and I'm going to make it pop like that. And I will be going back in with the shade Booked just to make it nice and seamless on the edges. Oh, I just like messed it up a little bit. So I'm going to take my LA Girl Auto eyeliner, and mine is in the shade Blackest Black, and I'm going to just run this along my waterline. And I love this liner because it's so creamy and easy to work with. Like, I just absolutely love that. So I'm just going to take mascara and put it on my lower lashes. Now let's set our face. To set my face, I'm going to be using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I just absolutely love this setting mist because it is just, it just is like, I like that it's not like a watery consistency where it just feels like I'm just like, my face is just drenched. It just has a different consistency, and I love that it's like a mist. So I'm just going to set my face, and yeah, so let me do my hair and I'm going to come right back. Okay, beauties, so this is the final look. I actually really do like this palette. Like, I thought I needed a black shade, but this cinnamon roll shade is actually really deep, and like you can see how it actually like smoked it out, and it looks so good. These shimmer shades are really easy to work with. I like how easy it is to apply, especially with my finger, and I can just tell that these would be really pigmented if you wet your brush and then apply it to your lids. Like, I just know that it'll look so good. Now, these highlighters, chef's kiss. I absolutely love these highlighters. They are absolutely gorgeous, and like, if you, I'm telling you, like, if you wear these highlighters and then go outside and let that natural light hit it, it is going to look so freaking beautiful. Like, I'm telling y'all, these highlighters are no joke. Like, I absolutely love them. I really love how the matte shades are super easy to blend. I like how you can, you know, on my skin tone, like, these look so good. You can see the colors, like, it blends and looks so beautiful on my skin. So if you were just, you know, curious on how it would look on a deeper or tanner skin tone, I'm telling you, like, these shadows look amazing and they blend seamlessly. Like, super easy to blend. It's not that much kickback on the palette when you dip your brush in it, but I mean, with any palette there will be a little bit of fallout. Just, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that bad anyways. But yeah, I love how this look came out. It just looks so beautiful. I never do halo looks, but now that I actually did one, it looks super good, and I may start doing these a lot more. If you enjoyed this video and stayed till the end of this video, thank you so much. Please give this video a like, thumbs up, subscribe, and you beauties already know what to do. I will see you in my next video. Bye.